What kind of bird are you?
Suzy and Sam are pen pals that run away to elope.
Does it concern you that your daughter has just run away from home?
But when Sam's scoutmaster and Suzy's parents discover they're gone, they sound the alarm.
If we find him, I'm not going to be the one who forgot to bring a weapon. Me neither.
Afraid to be split up, they fight for their love in Moonrise Kingdom.
So next up, let's talk about Moonrise Kingdom, which is the new movie from Wes Anderson. David, Liz, you've just seen it.
What I love about this film is that it's dense, it's witty, it's gorgeous, and it's all for the sake of a very powerful theme, which is not controlling the impulses you have in terms of romantic instincts. And I really think that's a smart film to make because we have these two characters and they are just, you know, in the beginning of their stages of adolescence. And the whole film supports the idea that they should go off on their own adventure. And this is not a story you get to hear all the time.
It's told in such a fresh and interesting way that you immediately fall in love with these two characters and all the supporting characters around them. And let me say that the ending of this movie is more thrilling than the climax of The Avengers and The Hunger Games combined.
Combined?
Combined!
I used to reject Wes Anderson and everything that he represented.
Why?
I just felt he was too hip. He was too aware of his own cleverness. Everything was all about style over substance. And I saw Fantastic Mr. Fox, and that was my gateway drug. I just started to fall in love with his work. And Moonrise Kingdom, I feel like, is a little bit of a departure because he really lets the heart of the story dictate the characters, the editing, the performance.
Where's your sister?
I don't know, but she borrowed my record player for 10 days without asking.
What does that mean?
Dear Lionel, I need to use your record player. I will give it back in 10 days or less.
We've got a big cast here like we do in every Wes Anderson picture. Bill Murray, Frances McDormand, Bruce Willis. How does the cast do?
What I like most about this film were the performances by our two protagonists, Kara Hayward and Jared Gilman. And this is the first thing they've done. And what's fantastic is that they bring this freshness to the screen. It's nothing like the saccharine, overly coiffed child actors that you have to deal with on a daily basis.
Were you followed?
I doubt it.
Good. I do cartography. I feel we should go halfway today and halfway tomorrow since you're a less experienced hiker and you're wearing Sunday school shoes.
They're not really Sunday school shoes.
Oh, thank you.
Bruce Willis's character of the local policeman is very much what I call the Lisa Simpson character. And that is, he's the only sane person in an insane world and frequently calls out these ridiculous situations that we're all thinking are ridiculous, but no one else has the nerve to mention it except for him.
I'm declaring a case with the county right now. Until help arrives, I'm deputizing the little guy, the skinny one, and the boy with the patch on his eye to come with me in the station wagon. Randy, you drop in and head upriver with the rest of your troops, split up on foot.
I'd like to talk about one scene which I think shows the quality of directing in this piece. We have our two main characters, Suzy and Sam, and they're at Moonrise Kingdom, which is their love abode.
Right, it's a little cove. It's
Yeah.
a little hidden cove on the coast.
And they're hugging and they're dancing and they're kissing, and Sam feels Suzy up and they hug, and then there's an acknowledgement that Sam has an erection. And everyone in the audience feels a little bit uncomfortable because these are kids that look so young and they're in, you know, a training bra and underwear,
Right.
and they're exploring their sexuality, but the camera does not cut away.
Absolutely.
And the director is not shy to actually give these two the respect that they deserve as characters in this film exploring their sexuality.
It's not just the acting, it's not just the directing, but something that Wes Anderson is very much known for, and that is the art direction. Every single scene in this movie, the wardrobe, the props, the Boy Scout camp, the production design, all of the art direction immediately immerses us in this world, and we instantly go along with what the characters are doing.
Now, Wes Anderson tends to have a bit of a niche audience. Is this going to appeal to people outside of that audience?
I was not a huge fan of Wes Anderson films for a very long time, and I really embraced this film with open arms, and I think that's just because it transcends the target audience. It just becomes a very well-told story.
This is what movie making is all about. An immersive story without 3D that makes you forget you're in the theater. An absolute see it.
I didn't want this movie to end, and I want to live in this world, so I say, see it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Big cheers.
I wonder what Bruce Willis would think about you comparing him to Lisa Simpson.
He'd love it.
I'll be out back. I'm going to find a tree to chop down.